to the Pizza After Midnight Movies by the Slice podcast. This is Rob. Joining me as always, Isaac and Patrick. What's going on, guys?
Yo.
Hey, what's up?
If there's a blank pause in the beginning of this, really quick, I had to look over and make sure my microphone wasn't blinking that it was on. But we're good. We're good.
Okay.
Quickly, Isaac, how was your week, man? Good? Bad?
It was a whirlwind, but I'm here.
Your family's here this weekend, right? Or no?
They passed through last night, left this morning. They'll be back again next weekend, too.
I'm sure it was good to see them.
Yeah, it's always good.
Are you going home for the holiday or anything?
Yeah, we're leaving Wednesday, coming back Sunday.
Are you coming to see me as well?
Yeah, I do have I have some open time on Friday. Yeah.
So what,
Really?
Are you going to have some open time on Saturday night when the podcast is supposed to be going on?
No.
So what are we going to do there?
Nothing. We're recorded so far ahead.
Yeah, but
That's a good
it's
point.
still fun.
Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead. Do it.
Patrick, how was your week, man? Your trip.
It was just intense. A lot of insane work stuff. Ava had to go to the ER yesterday.
Oh,
so
she all right?
yeah, she's got a headache and some like really weird symptoms. So she's home resting now, feeling a little better. But she's not with me right now.
Didn't you have a headache when you passed out that one time? Was that one of your symptoms or
No.
okay.
I did after I hit my head, but
Yeah.
no, that was just like I like a cramp. I think it was a pinched nerve in my neck. Now that I'm getting to the bottom of it, but yeah, everything's related. But no, it was a great week. It ended really positive, so that's good.
Awesome. Patrick blew my mind this morning, Isaac. He told me that PC stands for personal computer, and I've gone 39 years of my life not knowing that. I thought a PC was just a PC. I had no idea that there was more to it. And I can't believe that everybody else knew this except for me and kept me in the dark.
Did you know, Isaac?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I had no idea. So now I will no longer, I'm going to say my personal computer or your personal, I'm not going to say PC anymore.
Yeah.
And I texted my dad, who's like half mentally disabled because of the dying thing, and he even knew it was personal computer. And I'm like,
He
wow.
was around when it became that. That's why he would know.
Remember, like our first computer was, we're like, oh, this should be a podcast episode sometime. Talk about our first computer.
Let's do
But
it. Let's do that.
They were all Acers. Anyway,
Acer.
so this week I tried to depress you guys a little bit. We watched After Sun. It is an A24 movie, as you guys know. I love all of A24 and their movies. They're super experimental and different with the movies that they do. So Isaac and I are in a battle right now to kind of out-depress each other. And Epic, I believe you're up next if you want to join in on that battle.
No,
It
I need some
was-
positivity after that crap, dude.
So there was not a whole real point to the movie, I guess. But I mean, there is and there isn't. The movie chronicles this guy in his 30s. Who's he played by? Really handsome guy. I know his name.
He had nice eyes.
What?
Really nice eyes.
Yeah, no, I know. He was in the new Gladiator too.
Okay. It was played by Paul Mescal.
Yes. Oh God, he's quickly becoming one of my my man crushes.
Yeah. Yeah.
So this whole movie is kind of in between home movie format and regular movie format about just kind of this father going on a trip with his daughter, and unbeknownst to her, it being the final trip together. The father suffers from depression, and I picked up a lot more of that on my second watch through than my first watch through, going through and just kind of seeing the clues and everything like that. This movie was a solid, if you guys don't mind me going first, this movie was a solid, probably a 7 for me. I think it was an important movie for me. I can't really say I had a favorite part because the whole movie was kind of depressing. It had little glimpses of light in there, but not a whole lot. and you know, like I said, it's the first movie in a long time that made me cry because I saw a lot of how I feel in this person, you know, occasionally, and saw some of the things that he did um, that really, really resonated with me, I guess. Um, and I don't know about you guys, but Patrick, what about you? We'll take you next.
This was a really, really hard movie. You know, it first started a father and a daughter going on a holiday together, which, you know, I've done that with my kids multiple times, and it's the most rewarding thing. But there is, it's a father who's divorced, right? So the father got divorced from the mother. It's his visitation time. It's his birthday. He's turning 40. Um, it's really
And
tough.
as far as we can tell, the father mother relationship is amicable, right? Like it must have been an amicable divorce because they still talk to each other. You know, they still tell each
Yeah.
other, "I love you."
Yeah, amicable for sure. Still hurts, and that's where depression and everything comes in. This movie really hit me. I live this. Like this
Yeah.
is,
Oh, I didn't
especially with my
realize that before I suggested it. Whoops.
yeah, dude. This that after last week, then this week. Oh, um,
Yeah.
the like I felt everything that I
Mhm.
felt that he felt in this movie. I completely understand, but I would never leave my kid alone in Turkey and go to the ocean and get out naked and lay on the bed. Like that's weird. Um,
So, can I actually, well, before you give it your rating, let's stick to that point a little bit.
yeah, yeah.
Um, so I was kind of reading online about how that particular scene because I didn't really understand it. And the director was actually talking about how the movie was out of order in that point. The part where he's going into the ocean is actually him killing himself, but it's played before that part. He actually in that moment passes out and gets drunk after dinner.
I swear that makes so much more sense now.
Yep, that's this he so he saves and how he there and there's little clues like the
Yeah.
postcard he sent was sent afterwards, but he was still at that beach and he just went out and killed himself in the ocean.
Oh, I didn't even see that. It was from the beach.
Yep, and that's why I say a rewatch really brings a little bit more to light.
Hmm.
But I apologize for interrupting. Keep going.
Yeah, no, and it was funny because Michael was sitting next to me while I was watching it. He was over here playing Arc Raiders, his new favorite game, and you know, he's like, I don't really get this movie, and I kind of, you know, I was kind of crying a little bit, and I'm like,
Mhm.
you will when you're a
You will.
father.
You will
You will.
someday.
Yeah. So this girl's basically growing up in front of his eyes when they're on this trip, right? She's starting to find
Mhm.
boys, starting to experiment and drink a little bit of alcohol at 14 or 13, whatever.
Mhm.
The one sip, not drink, but
Yeah.
and he sees that as well. But he has these moments of like super happiness and then super depression, and you know, like the karaoke scene broke my heart, like
Mhm.
where he wouldn't go out with her, and you see it, and it all makes sense, and it all leads up to how messed up suicide makes other people's lives after you leave. Yes, the pain's gone for you, but everybody else is left with like just just disbelief, right? Like, and her, she's reliving that all the time in those dance scenes when she's trying to catch her dad in the crowd.
And that's also I I can't stress enough. This movie for me really drives it home for with the feeling of depression because with me, you know, you're in a great mood and you guys witnessed this with me that one time I was at your house, you'll be in a great mood and then you have no control over it. Something hits you and suddenly you're down. Like you want to cry, I guess for
Yep,
lack of a better word, just because you know, for me it's just kind of what's the point, right? What's the point of everything?
exactly.
Um and I think he did a really good job conveying that with his character.
Well, yeah, he kind of like faked being happy with her, right? Like he
Yeah.
through the whole thing, he's throwing this, doing his best to be happy, and then you know when he saw she went around and got everybody to sing happy birthday to him, or he's a jolly good fellow, and
Mhm.
the look on his face realizing that he couldn't enjoy that, he couldn't feel that, that hit home. That's tough.
And I think
But
for me that was his breaking point. Like that's the point where he's like, yeah, I'm done.
I can't. Yeah, I think so because he saw how he was impacting his daughter, right? So he
Mhm.
was beating himself up for that night where he got drunk and passed out.
Mhm.
Um, and I think this was his final goodbye, like the whole trip.
Yeah, yep, I would say the same thing. What would you do for your slices?
Probably I would do a 7.5, 8. Let me do 8 slices.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
it
wow,
was really good.
good. I'm glad you got to experience that and you're rating it so high. Isaac, take it away.
Yeah, there's a lot of ambiguity in this movie too. Like they don't answer a lot of questions, or like they don't give you a lot of backstory, I think is what it is.
Hmm.
So like I want to, like when I'm watching this, I'm like, what is it that's weighing on this guy so much? Like what got him to this place? Like is it family stuff, money stuff they kind of hint at with like the rug thing, but they don't really ever tell you. So you kind of just like, don't really know what the problem is. But
Sure.
I think just as you guys were talking, I sort of answered my own question with this. But this movie is written from the daughter's perspective. Like the director is actually like, I guess it's supposed to be like semi autobiographical.
Yep.
So this is kind of like something that she maybe dealt with in her real life for real.
Hmm.
So she doesn't know. So that's why we don't know, because it's written from the daughter's perspective. Because with her being so young, and she's just starting to, you already talked about her, like sort of like coming of age, starting to take interest in what like the older teens are doing, growing up a little bit, and she just doesn't have that like understanding of what like adults have to deal with. So she doesn't see that stuff, and he doesn't let her see it either. So that's why we don't know what's going on in the movie. So I like to focus on like the daughter's perspective more, because it is a really good like coming of age tale, even though it's like super heavy. Like this isn't the typical coming of age tale, but it's hers. This is what happened to her. So I mean, it is heavy. There's a lot to it, but I think it's really well told story, and it's even relatable, even if you didn't go through it yourself. You
Yeah, and
can feel it.
it's Patrick brought up a good point too. Is and I kind of tying to what you said, Isaac, is it's from the daughter's perspective. So she's always questioning. We don't really have that answer of why, right? Like she's always questioning, was it me? Was it
Yeah.
what did I do or what happened? And and just the little clues throughout the whole movie. Like one of the most important ones for me, I think, was when he went to the rug place and he told him how much it cost. And you see a lot of people with depression or that plan on committing suicide is when they get to that point too. They start giving, right? They give away. They spend their money. They whatever they think they need to do. So he ended up going back to the rug place and buying that rug. And however 20 years or so later, his daughter still has that rug in her room because that's, I guess, just a remembrance of him. Or
It's a story.
yeah. And
It's
the whole dance party kind of confused me, but then I did a lot of research on this movie after I watched it, but I read that was the afterlife scenes, kind of was him at this dance party. I don't know if that makes sense to you guys.
Yeah, it made total sense because it showed spots of him when he was kind of
Hmm.
losing his mind, trying to
Hmm.
find people, and it showed her trying to find him like sporadically throughout the dance scenes and the flashing light when I was having a seizure on the couch. I kind of saw
Hmm.
that.
Hmm.
But and at the end when she embraces him in the dance scene and they try to like they can't. It's just raw emotion. It's supposed to be. That's what I kind of took from that.
Hmm. What about you, Isaac?
You're on mute.
Yeah, Isaac's on mute right now. We're
I couldn't understand what the club scene was at first either. Like when I first watched it, I'm like, what
yeah.
did this really happen, or why would she be there with him, or who? That confused me at first. But yeah, I had to read about that part too to figure out that it's actually supposed to be like metaphorical of just her trying to find him while he's lost in his own stuff.
Yeah, and I kind of like. Did you guys pick up on the end where she has a baby now, and because you can hear it crying, her partner, that she picked up a little bit of depression too, as well. Whether it's passed down from her father, just the way she was acting at the end didn't really seem to me that she was okay. I don't know.
Yeah, I totally picked up on that. When she got out of bed in the middle of the night, like he did, right, and went out and
Yeah.
smoked on the terrace, like that's what she was doing. But it
Hmm.
showed her grounding herself, stepping on that rug that he bought.
Mhm.
right? So there's a lot of metaphorical stuff in there, and especially when, dude, that scene at the end at the airport, like that.
Oh, that broke my heart. Yeah.
That's where I
That's when
started.
the tears started for me because
Yeah.
you can just instantly see the second she's out of sight, his whole demeanor just
Yep.
changes, right?
Yep. Yep.
Ugh, man. Isaac, your slices, man.
Yeah, this is probably like 6.5 slices for me.
Cool.
It's good.
Cool. Did well, Shelby watch it with you? Did she enjoy it?
Yeah, she's seen it.
Good. So I think anything else you guys want to say about the movie or
Let's go a little lighter next week, please.
Wait. It's up to you.
Yeah. It's your pick. It's your pick, Patrick. So do you know what you
Yeah.
want to pick?
Well, I kind of do. I want to do the Big Lebowski.
Okay. Okay, I'm okay with that.
Have
I
you guys
actually
seen it?
I'm sure Isaac has.
I don't think
never
I've seen the full thing.
it. Really? I've
Just
never seen
part.
it. So it's a good pick.
Okay, yeah, the Big Lebowski is it's a comedy with with Jeff the Dude Lebowski, and basically it's hilarity.
Yeah, I've seen the memes from that movie thousands of
Yeah.
times, but I've never actually
Yeah.
watched the movie.
Never,
So,
dude. This was, I think this was one of your dad's favorite movies, Rob.
really? Okay.
If I remember right. Yeah, you should ask him.
I'll definitely check it out. I look forward to it because, like I said, it's one of those ones that you hear about, and sometimes you just don't get to it.
Well, it's where I learned not to drink White Russians. So we'll put it that
Okay,
way.
all right. You guys, Isaac, you remember whenever we went to Applebee's on Wednesday nights, I would order that mudslide.
Yeah.
Oh God,
was
and
it?
that shit would make me more sick on like the sugar and like, so I would have like 12 of them to try to get drunk, and it's just so heavy.
It was so
And that's
cheap.
the start of my 500 pounds.
That'll do it. That's like 1,300 calories per mudslide, buddy.
I know. Well, anyway, let's try to pick ourselves up after this. Go play some ZA, whatever you guys want to do. Epic, look into that game, and I'm sure I'll meet you on Discord in a little bit.
Sounds good.
As always, be kind to yourselves, each other, and your insides, 'cause Pizza After Midnight's a young man's game. Later.
Peace.
See you later.